Eat 'em up, yo. Eat 'em up.
When he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire?
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Now Lawrence. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Judah. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And bulldozing his way through. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This is caught. It's Woods. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Second down and goal. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He completes it to Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Shark.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Jaguars nothing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
On play action, Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Two and now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Two and a throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Tua now on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Push him back. Push him back. 53.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Airing it out deep for Woods. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Yeah. Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And he is all the way up past the 25.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Score, Colts 14, Jaguars 7. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lawrence. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53, come on. 53, check 53. Check right, check right.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Stays on his feet. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They go play action with Lawrence. And Shark hauls it in. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
3rd and long.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And Lambo will put this one through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
What we got? Let's go.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And Woods has it complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Number 84. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
44 check. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. He finds Taylor. Complete. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Now Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On play action, Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. After the turnover, it's Tua. And his throw here is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Tua going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 10. Lawrence, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about the...
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he stopped immediately there. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the